So today I'm going to look at this new card, and I'd like to look at the question in the bigger picture of why does Konami feel the need to make terrible cards? Like, let's be real here. A lot of you might disagree, but look, let's just begin straight off, right? So this is the new Shonen Jump thing that people got, right? It's called Dystopia the Despondent. Can't be normaled or set, and it can only be special summoned, I think, by sending 4 face-up level 1 monsters you control to the graveyard. Can't be special summoned by other ways, right? Okay, so the only way you can summon it is by sending 4 level 1s to the graveyard from your field, right? You control, right? So already we have an issue. Moving on. Other monsters you control cannot attack. Okay, problem number 2. During either player's battle step, once per battle, by the way, involving this card, problem number fucking 4, you can banish 1 level 1 monster from your graveyard until the end of the damage step. This card is unaffected by other card effects and it cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay. Let's break this card down one by one. When you look at a card that comes out, your first automatic thought is, how am I going to use this in the meta? You're going to think like, right, first of all, what plays it? What deck can run it, right? So we saw like some things like, basic example that comes off the top of my head, right? Let's say when Clifford's first came out, people thought Skill Drain, because it synergizes with the deck, right? You look at this and you think, where's the synergy? Can anyone think of a good level 1 spammy deck that could run this? Level 2 perhaps with frogs, right? Perhaps at a stretch. Level 1, I can't think of any level 1 spam deck. Can you? Dustins? You gonna tell me to play Dustins in 2015? I don't know. So, synergy. Number 1, that's the first thing you have to ask yourself when a card comes out. Synergy. Number 2, I guess ease of access. Like, can I make this easily? Can I drop it whenever I want? Is it searchable? That kind of stuff. Versatility. Can I use it in different situations? Is it always going to be live in my hand? Are there going to be more often than not dead in my hand when I draw it? That's something else you got to ask yourself. And number 4 is like, how good is it? Like, okay, sure, you might not draw often, or you might be having difficulties making it. But on the plus side, if you do happen to draw it and pull it off, you win the game, right? Does this card do any of the above? Nope. Nothing. This card's shit. But let's look at it like stage by stage. Let's try understand like why this card's terrible. So it's level 12, 5,000 attack and defense, right? So it's a big beefy bastard, right? Which is okay, that's cool. But let's look at it, right? So it can't be normal summoned and set. I guess fair enough, right? We don't want to normal summon or set it. Like, who the fuck's gonna tribute set a 5,000 defense guy? Like what? Labyrinth Wall like 2.0. Like, who's gonna set this guy, right? So that's an unnecessary restriction. Not being normal summoned, like, if you could normal summon this, like, maybe, like, you could probably throw it in like a pendulum deck. You special out a bunch of guys and you tribute summon this guy, and you do nothing with it. That's the issue. Like, it doesn't do anything. Like, but let me explain, right? So, must be special summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So, we have 2 problems in this one sentence. Konami has managed to make 2 problems in 1 sentence. So, send 4 level 1 monsters you control to the graveyard. How the fuck am I going to get 4 level 1 monsters in the field? How am I going to get 4 level 1 monsters? I've never played Dustins, right? But I know they're a level 1 deck. If someone would like to tell me if that's possible, then I might reconsider this card, right? Perhaps. Okay, I'm sorry for the Facebook sounds, by the way, because I have this up on Facebook. In hindsight, I could have opened it. I could have saved the image and opened it somewhere else, but I'm too lazy for that. And I'm halfway through my video now. I don't want to start again. So deal with the noises. No one's talking to you on Facebook, alright? It's my Facebook, not yours. Nobody likes you. Anyway. So where was I? Right. So it must be special summoned only. You can only special summon it with this condition. So that's an issue. You can only summon it through its way, right? So that's problem number 1. You can only summon it like that. like how it says. It doesn't even say must first be special summoned. Do you know what I mean? Like BLS, you can drop it and then like call the Haunted at it if you summoned it properly, right? Do you know what I mean? So this guy can't do that. But what he can do is tribute 4 level 1 monsters on the field. Like, I would rather make Slacker Magician. Oh god. Right, but let's see. So, 2 problems here. It can only be special summoned by its ridiculous condition. And number 2, its ridiculous condition of summoning is nigh on impossible to achieve in 2015 consistently. Cool. So, 2 problems, right? Are you counting with me? Right. Let's go. Other monsters you control cannot attack. Fan-fucking-tastic. Great. So I'm dropping 5,000 for no reason. I spend my entire, like, deck strategy and whole turn trying to bring this guy out and drop, and when I finally do, I don't even win the game. I hit you for a bit of damage. And then it gets fucking castelled the next turn. This guy can be castelled. Let's not get there. Yeah, okay. Other monsters you control cannot attack, right? So when you attack with this guy, you're not going to win the game. Assuming they're, like, obviously above 5,000 life. Unless, if your opponent's at 5,000 life and less and you drop this guy, you've probably won. Fair enough. But it's like, how did you get them below 8,000? How did you do any damage while trying to put 4 level 1 monsters on the field? How did you do that? I don't know. So, other monsters you control cannot attack. So that's the 3rd problem, right? You can't attack with anything else. So you can't, like, win with this guy, right? So, I don't know. What are you going to, like, Magnum Shield this guy or some shit? I don't know. Right, so that's 3 problems we've identified in the first half of the card text. Let's continue. During either player's battle step, once per battle involving this card. Wow. Okay, so his immunity is cool. Fair enough, right? He's immune to everything during the battle phase that involves him only. That's the problem. I attack with, like, freaking, I don't know, Black Dustin first, right? Because I attack lowest to highest. That's just my natural train of thought. I attack with Black Dustin and I get Mirror Forced. This guy can be Mirror Forced. Like, not him directly, but let me just double check. Other monsters you control kind of during either player's battle step, once per battle involving this card. Okay, you can Mirror Force him if you attack with Blood Dust on first. So if you have another monster on the field that you're gonna have during the battle phase, already we have a problem. On the plus side, you can deprison this guy, and he can protect himself from deprison. That's a good plus in 2015. We have to think about deprison. During either player's battle step, once per battle involving this card. So was that problem number 3 or 4? I can't remember. Oh, but he has a cost. Oh, he's not just immune, by the way. He has a cost. You need to banish a level 1 monster from your graveyard to use that effect. So you get 4 battle phases or else you lose. And to be fair, it won't take you 4 battle phases to win if you have this guy up, but, like, I'm just saying it has a cost, right? So that's, again, fair enough. That's negligible. That's not our problem. But it's the fact that it can only be used once per battle phase involving this card. This card is the only thing that can be protected. So don't put anything else on the board, right? Don't summon Mathematician or freaking Murmel Abyss Lead. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's see. This card is unaffected by other card effects and it can be destroyed by battle. Cool. So, I haven't kept up with jump promos in the past, but what I have identified is this is the worst one I've seen. This is the worst one I've seen. Have you seen worse? I don't know. Maybe there's probably worse. I'm sure jump promos are just supposed to be cool cards, right? But this is what a thing I don't get. Why are you collecting cards that are shit? I can understand, like, people have these collections of, like, Exodian stuff. Like, fair enough, it's from the anime, but, like, what is this guy? It doesn't even look good. Like, Dystopia the Despondent. Like, cool. You look like a freaking lizard spider in armor. Cool. Like, it doesn't even look good. You know what I mean? Why would you collect this thing? Why would anyone waste their fucking money on this thing? If you are planning to pick up this card, tell me why. I want to know what you see in this card. What are you seeing in this card that I'm missing? So to conclude, let's recap. So problem number 1, you can't tribute set him. Okay, I'm kidding, that's not problem number 1. Problem number 1, it can only be special summoned by its ridiculous conditions that are irrelevant to the meta. Right? Tribute 4 level 1 monsters. Okay, that's a big problem. And can't be special summoned by other ways, so that's like 2 problems. Fuck it, let's say you can't tribute set this guy, that's a big problem. Maybe I want 5,000 defense because I'm a fucking idiot, right? Yeah, I want that, why not? And cannot be special summoned by other monsters you control cannot attack. 4 fucking problems. During either player's battle step, once per battle involving this card, so it only protects himself. 5 problems. Cool. So we're 5 problems and we're 2/3 of the way through the card text. Great. You can banish one, blah 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 blah. So let's say, let's narrow it down and say there's 3 problems with this card, right? It's fucking garbage. It's garbage. What? So that brings me on to my next point. Why do Konami make bad cards? Like, how many like boosters have you opened in your life? And like, there's literally 1 good secret rare in a set, or 2 good secret rares out of like 5 or whatever. You know, you have like sets that just have like some of the most awful cards I've ever seen. Like, what was that? Like 2 sets ago, we had that secret Gladiator Beast Fusion guy, and then we had like a Dark World guy, and then like now we have like Ultra Black Wings. Like, what are you doing? Why are you making bad cards? Like, just and people wonder why the meta gets so stale. It's because we get stuck with decks like Necros, which get like the most busted effects thrown at them, and then Konami make a set later and they're like, well, why don't you try these Performa Pals without any Performa Pals that are good? Like, I don't want to play Performa Pal Camel. I don't want to play Performa Pal Part Naga like as a full deck. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, fair enough. That, I guess that has staggered support. Like, we are getting good Performa Pal support. But how many like archetypes are there in this game? Like, so many, and most of them are garbage, like beyond garbage. And I just don't get why Konami make it. So I'm gonna close this now. You're probably gonna like get a break and get rid of the annoying Facebook sounds, but I think that's pretty much all I had to say. Comment, like, subscribe as usual. Let me know if there's a combo with this thing. Let me know if you like this. Let me know why you like this. Let me know why you think this is good. Otherwise, just agree with me as usual. And also, I'm still trying to gather some questions for a Q&A video, which will hopefully come at the end of the week. So I'm just waiting, essentially, until I get enough questions. And when I get enough questions, I'll answer them all. And then that's pretty much it. So thanks again, as always, for watching, and comment, like, subscribe.
Come, face me. Give in to your pride.